All right, hey, welcome back to a short series we're doing called The 10 Commandments of Progressive Christianity. We're looking at this book by Dr. Michael Kruger by the same title. Nice yellow, catchy title here. And my name's Bob. I'm joined here by Dave. And we're glad that you're here with us. So we are now on commandment number 5, and commandment number 5 is a fun one. It states this: inviting questions is more valuable than supplying answers. And so Michael Kruger writes this: perhaps no commandment in the series better captures the ethos of progressive Christianity than the 5th. Inviting questions is more valuable than supplying answers. They will tell you all you need to do is just keep questioning, keep questioning, keep questioning. Don't bother with any kind of certainty. And questions are not bad, but there are some things that we can believe and find to be certain.
This is the hallmark of progressive thought. Prioritizing the journey over landing on any kind of solid answers.
Let me not come to any kind of conclusions, right? You know,
I'm just here to ask good questions, and it allows for an unlimited power of self-discovery. And what this is doing here is it's talking about uncertainty, that we're just asking good questions we don't know. And again, it's smuggling in certainty through the back door. So they're saying everything's uncertain. We really don't know. We have to ask questions, but they're certain about the fact that everything's uncertain. So it's a mask of uncertainty. Yeah. You take the mask off, but they're really certain that everything's uncertain. So how can you be certain about that, right?
Yeah, it's true. And it's actually been the hallmark of a lot of really popular teachers, you know, and I think deceptively they'll come in and say, well, we're just asking questions. We're trying to think through things. But then you find out later that they actually hold to certain beliefs that are very unorthodox. So I think it's really disingenuous what a lot of people have done underneath this particular commandment in the progressive camp.
Yeah. Now here's the nugget of truth. Sometimes we need to have the humility and the courage to say, I don't know, because we don't know everything. And I think it's not helpful to pretend like we are certain about everything. There's certain mysteries. There's certain things that haven't been revealed. There's certain things that we haven't studied enough. And so we do need to admit our finitude at times and say we don't know. But here's the thing. I don't know is not always the right answer. Sometimes it's actually the wrong answer. Or sometimes it's actually a cowardly answer because you don't want to admit what the scripture says.
Well, or I would add this. Sometimes people ask the questions because they're putting themselves in the position of God, thinking they know more than he does.
It very much is. It does kind of elevate the self in that way. Yeah. So see, if questions are more valuable than answers, where does that leave Scripture as the source and authority of truth? There is no place for it. So some issues, like let's say, for example, hot topic in our day, the issue of same-sex marriage, that doesn't need to be met with uncertainty. That needs to be met with doctrine. That needs to be met with clear teaching, truth. So what happens is progressives have actually not really given up answers to things altogether. They've swapped one set of beliefs for another set of beliefs, and they're just as certain about those sets of beliefs, right? So it's a little bit of a shell game here. Yeah,
and like I was saying, though, the questions are, in many ways, are a mask because they don't want people to know they hold certain other beliefs, I found in a lot of cases. Right.
And so for fear of being too dogmatic about everything, they become dogmatic about the fact that they're not dogmatic. And it's just this endless loop, right? So not good. Remember the words of Jesus as we wrap up this one. Jesus said, your word is truth. I think we need truth.
Good.